Okay.
Right on. Well, welcome everybody to the last Dash Zoom. Kind of sad because I've learned a ton watching these and I really enjoyed them. So hopefully you guys did too. And I'm excited to close it out, especially knowing that two of you, well, one for sure, Lexus got their Lexus. Another one is very likely going to get their Lexus this month. So I'm super excited for you guys, and just from everything that hopefully you've had some good takeaways, and to just keep going. We still have a little over 2.5 weeks left. So just push and go, and whatever you guys need, each of us are here for you. So don't hesitate to reach out, whatever we can do to help close your month strong. So tonight we decided that since we are coming to an end, that we should probably talk a little bit about goals, goal setting. Well, I know that's my portion of it, and then Paisha's got a portion of it as well. So I will get started on just kind of talking about the importance of goals. So as you guys really know, but to really talk to your team about, if they are in this for the business, to really talk about goals and goal setting. So basically it keeps you, the importance of it, number one, most importantly, it keeps you in the right mindset, which is everything. I mean, having goals along the way, tracking it, planning it, doing those things, it really keeps your mindset in the right place, that, when you're not having such a good week or whatever, to just keep going. So mindset, right mindset, everything. Also, I mean, sometimes I have daily goals that I want to accomplish. I mean, I do every day, but if it's in the Nerium world, I would say I have more small weekly goals that I want to accomplish instead of a daily. I don't know. I just like, to give myself the time to be able to do it all and then celebrate it at the end of the week. So, celebrating, even if it's just you did your 2 exposures every day for the 5 days, celebrate it. You don't have to do anything extravagant, but just celebrate it by, even getting Starbucks or something, just to feel like you're still, doing the thing every day. If you got your samples out and you followed up, celebrate it. Just, it's so important to stay in a happy place, not feeling like it's a job, not feeling stressed out. Always remember it's supposed to be fun. So don't forget that. So many of us, including me in the month of November, I was not having fun, and it really stressed me out and got to me, and you just go into kind of a bad place. So luckily I'm not in that mindset this month, and I've been easy breezy going, just doing my thing. It's easier for me to talk to people when I'm making cold market exposures. I'm just in a good space of just, I feel happy and I'm enjoying it, and it totally changes my business. It's night and day depending on my mindset. So um, okay, so if you want the daily, weekly, monthly goals, so plan your goals on Sunday. This is what I do because I'm a weekly. I plan my goals on Sunday, and so I write them down. On Sunday afternoon is for Monday, who my 2 exposures are going to be. Tuesday, who my 2 exposures are going to be, and so on. So I'm not stressed out again when I wake up in the morning wondering, where do I start? How do I begin? Especially if you got 50 other things going on. So write them down on Sunday for the whole week. So you already know. It's just like, yep, I got them, so it just keeps you, I guess, on track. So having small goals to reach your big goal. And a couple of you were on calls with me with Shallon. So this is her analogy, and it made so much sense to me when I was listening to her coach on it. I thought this would be really beneficial for you guys too. So, when you have small goals, or I'm sorry, when you have like a big giant goal, an ultimate goal, something really massive to accomplish, you have to have the stair steps in the middle to get to that big one. And when you don't get to that big one, you don't want to keep going, or you're not as motivated, or you're just, again, you switch your mindset. So having so think of it like a staircase, and your big ultimate goals at the top, but make sure you've got small goals on those staircases, so you feel the success of, you're working your business and it's paying off in a way. So plan your exposures on Sunday for the week, write them down. have small goals again to reach the big one. So setting those goals for the small wins to feel successful, that you are doing it, you're following the system. So it's so important anyway, also to goal set. So you're constantly working towards something, and it's not just that ultimate goal that might take that long period of time. So when you don't feel like you're doing good or achieving anything, those small wins along the way help you keep going. You weren't seeing progress. I talked about being defeated. Sorry, I definitely took a lot of notes on this one for myself to remember. So celebrating. Oh, okay. So making a goal, and these were just kind of mine, like making it like $100 a week. So you calculate what you need to sell in product to make that in a week for your paycheck, obviously, or, for a credit card debt in an amount of time. So this is like, you can make a visual. And this was something that we took away from California last week, or 2 weeks, whatever, last week. So I really took this one and thought this is a really good idea that he was talking to a different person about, but I like the idea of it. So it's like making like a chart with dollar amounts, if it's, paying off debt, or if it's saving for a vacation fund, or whatever it is, that your small goals along the way to get to the big goal, and while you're tracking it, basically. So when you see that visual, you kind of color it in when you're reaching those goals. So if it's a dollar amount, you're actually coloring in the chart while you're seeing. So when you can visually see that you're actually making progress, it just pushes you to keep going and to keep striving for that goal, and don't give up when you feel like you want to. So this is also something that gets really real when you set those small goals for the big win, is to hold yourself accountable, like to include your family. So your kids or your husband, or, just make it a family thing, that they know what you're reaching for too. So then it really makes you want to do it when you don't feel like doing it, when your family can see the dollar amounts, and you're like, so when you just like, I don't feel like doing it, you very likely will do it, because you're holding yourself accountable to your kids and your husband, and they want, you're all going to hit this goal together. So anyway, those are my tips on just staying in that right mindset and just going towards the importance of goals. So anyway, I guess the last thing I really want to say is just be sure to celebrate your accomplishments and your small goals along your journey, and don't compare yourself to anybody else, because it is your journey, and we all have to put ourselves in check to do that. But just stay in that happy place, stay in that right mindset, and set those small goals and win those small goals, and eventually you will get to that big goal. So with that, Keisha, I will turn it to your section.
Awesome. Really, really good info. So pretty much taking a goal and making a reality is by planning and tracking it out, because let's be real, our lives are crazy busy, and we can, go through our life every day and never do NERM if we don't plan it. That would be my life. Seriously, I'm a planner though, and I have to plan it out. And I've learned so much in the David Bird leadership development coaching with the planning and goal setting. And that's kind of what I want to kind of share with you guys, just a tidbit of how to get like a golden key. This is pretty much what we do. And it has really, really taught me how to plan out my activity that will help me reach my goal. So like at the beginning of the month, I actually will look at my month as a whole, and I will, have personal goals for myself and business goals. In the David Bird consulting for Golden Key, it's, he wants you to have 2 personal goals a month and 2 business goals a month. So, personal, family time, quiet time, whatever, turn off your cell phone time, whatever that is, writing that out. And then the key is, and this is the hard part, is again, like Ashley said, every Sunday night in my planner, I actually have a section that says, David Bird, look at my planner, because if I have a goal to have quiet time, 2 to 3 times a week, I have to put it in my calendar to have that quiet time, because life gets crazy. And if I don't have, these moments to myself, I can burn out personally. So that's just a goal of mine. I mean, for personal wise. But, what they teach you also is not to set yourself up for failure, and to actually, put a number of a range number. And so I'm not going to say my quiet time is 2 times a week. I'm going to say it's 1 to 3, because if I do it 1, then I'm going to feel like a success. And I was successful. Like Ashley said, I was, having those small wins, and that's a small victory. I don't have to feel deflated for having 1 quiet time moment, So that's just personal goals that you can do, and set yourself up for the week to have those quiet times, or whatever the case may be. But business wise, I do anything from sampling, how many samples I want to get out for the week. I go to how many exposures I want to have for the week. And that can be anywhere from 10 to 14 exposures a week. I have anywhere from, like, this month, my goals are 2 to 3 trainings for my team. This is technically a training that I'm leading. That's something that I want to do for my team to grow my business. I have 1 to 2 sample bottles out a week. That's another business goal that I would have. And planning these goals and having these, this activity built in will eventually get you to your final goal that you want. This activity, little by little, you guys know, will get you there. But the biggest thing, and it's everything for me at least, is sitting down on Sunday and actually scheduling this time. So I look at, who do I want to sample if I know, or how I'm going to get these sample bottles out. If I have my daughter's physical therapy on tomorrow, I'm going to plan to bring things in my purse, and that's going to be a goal of mine, to get them out of my purse at her meeting to her nurse. Okay. So I kind of set myself up to be successful. If I did not do that, I would go to the physical therapy meeting and never say anything. Let's just be real. I would just get sidetracked, and I wouldn't have that goal in mind, and I wouldn't do it. So that's just a little bit in regards to what I do to plan out my week and plan out my month. So you set those monthly goals, and then every Sunday you sit down and you say, okay, how am I going to get these out for the week? What else do I have here? That's pretty much all for planning and tracking. You can track it. So in regards to every week, I will go, for me to run my business, it's crazy. I've been in this business now almost 4 years, and I have to use a tracker in my life. I have to. This is how crazy I am, but I'm a little crazy. No, I'm joking. But I have to, it's almost like my go-to. So for example, this tracker for the week, it says who I followed up with, who I sampled, who I actually exposed. And so then the next week, when I'm looking at my follow-ups, I go back to the week before and I say, okay, I sampled Jessica and I sampled blah, blah, blah. And then I go and I put those names already into my follow-up list. So I already know. And then when I do follow up with them, I just kind of check right beside it. So I'm already kind of planning out my week of who I'm following up with. And then, I can take it even further. Who am I going to expose? I write those names down. If I'm not doing cold market exposure or whatever, I can write those names down if who I want to talk to already. And it's kind of already set up for me. And I kind of, again, you have those wins. Because it doesn't take, and when you do it, it's crazy. If you take a half an hour on Sunday and do all this, it makes your week go by so much smoother. Your business is there, and it's not frazzled and you're waiting till the last week of the month and you're like, oh crap, I gotta get to work. It really does just little by little get you there and get you to that ultimate goal. So with that, this group, officially, I guess, is going to be over, which is sad. I know that you guys are still striving to get to senior director. And I hope that all of these tips and all of these trainings have been super helpful for you guys. You guys can't always go back to the YouTubes and watch them, but we wanted to kind of close with just some tips of like what I would keep in mind if I was running to senior director and when I was running to senior director, like, and honestly, what I do now, I mean, this is something that even, when you get to any level in this business, I mean, you can never really, this is a job, I mean, we do get paid. It's a really fun job. We don't have a boss and we can work whenever we want, but it pays us. It's a job. Even maintaining my 2-star rank, I can't just get to a level and say, okay, yeah, I'm done working, awesome. I have to still do all of the things I did to get me here. And that's just to maintain my business. I mean, seriously, it's crazy. I'm just maintaining my business. I love where I'm at in this business. And I can be okay with that, but I still have to work to maintain it, So the thing that I always have to focus on as as I focus on my team, I do. The biggest importance to get you to any level or, maintaining if you're happy at that level is to obviously work on your personal business. If you focus on your personal business and just continue on with your personal business, things just fall in place. You either bring on someone that's going to be a rock star that takes you to business to the next level, or, you get more money. Let's be real. I mean, you're getting those weekly paychecks that are going to be higher, and it's a win-win-win when you just focus on your personal business. And I know a lot of this level right now, it's like literally the most frustrating level in this company. I remember driving to senior director, and I am one of those people, like, I can do all my work all day long, but when it comes to getting someone else there, it can be so frustrating. Just drop that and just be focused on yourself. Because again, if you worry about how your team's going to get you there, it's never going to happen. But if you worry about how you're going to get there and you continuously work your personal business, then you will bring on someone that is a rock star and you'll get to senior director. It will happen. So don't think to yourself, what can my team do for me? How am I going to get them there? Obviously, you're going to share this knowledge and share what you've learned and all of that. But I'm just saying in general, focus on yourself and it will happen. And then another thing that I think is really big that I think a lot of people actually just, they don't do is really truly believe that this is a gift and this is a job that people really, really need in their life. They want to make money on the side. I mean, this is literally the new wave of this, is people having multiple jobs and multiple small jobs. But don't be afraid to talk about the business. So many people are afraid to talk about the business. If you were working at a financial institution at corporate America and your job was a recruiter, you wouldn't think anything of it and you would go out and recruit. And that would be your job in corporate America. This is the exact same thing. We have a job opportunity for people. We have a job that people are looking for. Go out and talk about it. Who knows? Don't ever prejudge, because those are the people, like, if you're just open and honest, like, they could be the ones that could take your business to the next level. And I think a lot of people kind of get closed off and stop talking about the business. So those would be kind of my 2 tips. Ashley, do you have any while you were closing? I don't know.
No, I gave them. Just stay in a positive mindset. Just have fun with it. Stay in a positive mindset. Don't compare yourself to others. Just literally put your head down, look, tunnel vision, and just work on yourself and your own business, and things start happening.
Yep.
You're right. I agree with everything you said.
Cool. Well, thanks guys for joining us. And like Ashley said, if there's any of us in this group that can be any of help to you guys now or later, please reach out and we'd be more than happy to help. So have a good night, guys.
Bye, guys.
Hey, Ashley, can I ask a question real fast?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but you had talked about game planning, and I think it was you. It might have been somebody else, but somebody had like a game plan sheet that they would send to their new brand partners, and it was like, here's what to do on your first 4 weeks in the business. Did you post that? I couldn't find it.
I did.
Okay, is it under files?
I did it from my PC that I never use, so I'll look back in the group. If it's not up there, I'll do it again. But I did it later that night, so.
I didn't know.
I'll go back and look. Sorry, my husband's playing Xbox, if you can hear that. All right, I'll go back and look.
All right, I'll check too, and if I don't see it where I posted it, I'll repost it.
Okay, thank you.
And it said,
Thanks, everybody.
like,
Thanks,
Hey,
guys.
girls.
Bye.